Today I want to talk a little bit about control groups. And control groups are really important because they tell us how we know what we know. Without them, we really can't say what the effect has been of a change that we've made. So currently in the news, we have a big announcement from Pfizer that their vaccine is up to 90% effective against COVID. That's amazing. That's great news. And the question is, how did they determine that it's 90% effective, not 50 or 100? What did they do? Well, what they did is they followed the standard approach in developing any kind of drug and testing any kind of treatment, the scientific method. Essentially, they had an idea that the vaccine would do better. Then what they did is they took 44,000 volunteers, they split them in half, 22,000 for one side, 22,000 for another side, and half of them got the vaccine and the other half got essentially salt water. And they did this in July, and then they tracked to see how many people got COVID during that time. And once they had the results, they were able to say that the people who received the vaccine, and the people who received the vaccine did not know whether they were getting the vaccine or the salt water or the placebo. For those people, what was the contamination rate, or what was the rate of people who got COVID? And it was 90% less than the people who had received the saltwater injection. It's the same method that we use whenever we're testing something new on our side. So with our testing tools, we're always maintaining a control group. And we do the same thing. The control group doesn't know whether they're getting something that we're testing or not. But we take that control group and we measure its conversion rate, we measure the revenue that they produce, and then we measure the conversion rate or revenue for people who actually got the treatment, which in most cases for us is an artificially intelligently determined treatment. So a change in something that we're testing. So when we do that, we have the control group, which is double blind. We don't know who goes in the control group. They don't know. The people in it don't know. And it's randomized. So anyone who shows up can go into the control group or could go into the treatment group. Then at the end, when we have enough data, we measure and we can tell the difference. So when you hear from us, there's a 2% lift or there's a 5% lift, that is the change over the control group. And it's the same method that Pfizer used just now and every drug company uses. It's a standard for FDA protocols for any drug to be approved. To have a control group that's double blind and randomized, that's how you know the difference between the treatment and not having the treatment at all. So that's a brief overview or summary of control groups and how we use them at Vendo.